Hey BC, this is Luke with Hot Wax and Cool Vinyl. Welcome back. Unless this is the first time you're viewing my channel, then welcome. So it's now been 2 weeks since New York issued its shelter-in-place order. Certainly interesting times for our nation. We're holding up pretty well. I'm rather fortunate. My occupation is considered essential, so I do get to get out of the house a couple of days a week and go to work. But the rest of the time, it feels rather surreal, at least here in New York. I know most of the country has a shelter-in-place order. Let me know how you guys are holding up. Just leave me a comment. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. All right, so we are listening to the Essential James Galway. It's a 2 CD set, and this I picked up, probably the beginning of February, and it was, I went to a thrift store, one of my local thrift stores here on the east end of Long Island, and they were having a fill a bag for $5 sale. And so I asked the ladies, I said, is there anything that is excluded? And they said, the only thing we're excluding is jewelry. So I filled up 2 bags with DVDs and CDs. And then the very nice lady said, you know, we have so many CDs. Here, take this entire tub. So I think I wound up like with 400 CDs for $5. So this is what we're listening to now. Recent purchase, the Divine Sarah Vaughan. This one is a great album, but it's a little misleading because it's really not just Sarah Vaughan. It's Sarah Vaughan and Margie Anderson. Sarah Vaughan has one side of the album, Margie Anderson the other. I'd really not ever heard of Margie Anderson, but turns out I like both. So there you go. This is on Spinorama. Vibrant yellow label. You know, pardon the glare. This one I picked up recently off eBay. I picked it up along with another album, which I'll show shortly. And that one actually sounds really good. I really enjoyed that one. I bought it along with this, and I bought them together because I wanted to save some money. This is Kim Carnes, and it's Mistaken Identity, and it's the Japanese press with the obi and the Japanese sheet, and I just didn't want to spend a lot of money for this particular album, even though it's a Japanese pressing. And so what I did was I managed to buy Sarah Vaughan on this together, and he combined shipping for me, which made it a much more palatable purchase. It has the insert lyric sheet, and of course in Japanese. And aside from, I don't know about you guys, but I know exactly one song from Kim Carnes, and that's Betty Davis Eyes. I've heard the album, listened to it. It's okay. You know, it's pretty late 70s pop, you know, with a little bit of new wave beat to it. But, you know, it's okay. But it's a Japanese pressing, and it was very, very cheap. So if I can get my hands on a decent Japanese pressing with the obi inexpensively, and this was, I don't know, $2, I think it was. And the reason I bought both is he combined the shipping, so I think I got both this album and the Sarah Vaughan with shipping. I think I paid like $9. So that made it worth getting. This album, I don't know if I showed. If I did, please forgive me. But this is a recent find for me. A friend down in South Carolina bought a jazz collection, and he traded with me for this one I got. Thelonious Monk's Misterioso. This is on Riverside. This is not the 58 press, rather the 61 press. Album, I was a little skeptical when I first got it, because as much as my buddy finds great record deals, he's not a real record guy, so occasionally he gets all excited and winds up buying some records that are really not playable, or not the years he thinks they are. They're more recent reissues, which is fine. But this one actually is really, it's a strong, as I said, it's a 61 press. It's the mono. The cover is, you know, damn close to as new. And the record plays well. I'm not going to say it plays mint, but it plays with very minimal noise. No real noticeable pops or skips. So, you know, solid album, obviously. If you're a Monk fan, which I'm not really, but I can certainly appreciate a really good, strong, wonderfully laid out jazz album, which that happens to be. Also picked up another copy of Meet the Beatles because sure, why not? This is a 64 mono. This is a Scranton press. Cover's also very strong. It's intact, just a little bit of flaking to the opening, but other than that, and a little bit of rub right there. But the record itself is rainbow, good condition, plays well, and you know, and it's a Beatles mono, meet the Beatles, meet the press. It's Sunday, it's got to be Meet the Press. But it was just another, I have several, but I like to have extras in my collection when I come across them, and they're in really good condition, because there's always, especially with the Beatles, there's always somebody ready to trade some stuff for Beatles albums. So pick that up as well. Got this recently also. This is the Story of Cream, German press gatefold, 2-story, 1978 issue. I don't read German, so I really don't know what it says, but I'm guessing it's the Story of Cream. Album is nice. You know, records are really in good, very, very fine shape. They play very, very well. I don't really know how much I need this particular album. I like Cream, but I'm not insanely a huge fan of theirs. I have a pretty decent portion of their catalog already, but I did not have this album, so here it is. I'll probably give it a spin, put it in the record closet, and just add it to my collection. It's there, you know, and we'll kind of go from there. As I said, it's pretty much a compilation of all their stuff, which I already have, but it's a little bit different in so much as it's a German press and it's an album I don't have. Kind of similar with this one. This is Who's Last, 1984. All the songs came off their 1982 farewell concert tour, which, as we all now know, was not really a farewell concert tour. It was just kind of like, you know, another concert tour. I don't even think they dubbed it at the time as their farewell concert tour. It was just kind of like a concert tour. But this is a nice two-sided gatefold, well-maintained, well-kept album. Seth did a really nice job with his records. Seth was also the person I got this Cream album from. and a few other albums. And who is Seth, you ask? I have no earthly idea, but he was kind enough to put his name all over his albums. So while Seth did a very nice job in maintaining his actual albums, it would have been so much nicer, Seth, if you had not written all over them. Well, c'est la vie. So this is the Who's Last. Again, really nice laid out album. Very well maintained. And sounds great. You know, do I really need another compilation of Who stuff? Probably not, but it's something that was missing from the collection, so sure. And finally, for this week, I picked this up off eBay. Again, price points were just the reason for this, and for that I really want to go back and thank Chris again. Chris has a channel in the vinyl community called First Pressing Goodness, and I know everybody in almost every one of my subscribers also subscribes to Chris's channel. He's got, I don't know, I think he's got like 500-600, if not 1,000 subscribers already. But Chris is in Texas, and we were talking on Facebook one day, and he did a video, and he was like, you know, it takes a little bit of work, but if you really pay attention to eBay and just kind of make a habit of going there, you can find good scores. And he's absolutely right. And I really do. I mean, I got this Ultravox, which is Rage in Eden. This is a promo. It's not a white label promo, but it's in good condition. The cover is strong. And I paid $6. So I was pretty fortunate. And once again, Chris, thank you. If it was not for the conversation you and I had, probably would have just focused more on, focused more on selling on eBay than actually trying to buy some stuff on eBay, which I've been doing pretty successfully as of late. So once again, Chris, thank you as always. Just to finish up, that's all the records I was able to buy that came this week. I bought some more. I should have some more to show next week. Let me know how you guys are holding up. I'm hoping everyone's holding up okay. I know it's, as I said, it's an interesting period in our nation. One that our nation hasn't seen since 1918. So while it's a frightening time, as it were, it's also a time that our children and we can look back on and hopefully learn from and teach future generations how to be better prepared than we were in this particular instance. So have a great week, everyone. Stay safe. Stay inside if you can. If you can't, just stay safe as best you can. All right? Cheers. I'll see you next week.